Hi, I'm Alice Walther. Like everyone else, I'm a mixed media painter. I work mostly in acrylic and use a lot of drawing on my paintings. I have, I've been doing art off and on for 30, 35 years, kind of in and around the rest of my life, but have been really focused on it for the last 5 years. Lately, I have been really interested in the way that acrylic paint works when it's wet. All of the paintings you're going to see are acrylic on wood. And I found that what I love about working with it really wet is that I can make transitions between areas of color that are really soft. And I get some of these sort of drips and blobby glowing sense of color coming out from behind other colors. That's really intriguing to me right now. So these first two are small. They're 12 inches square each. I made them in the spring, probably around March, when things start to bloom in the deep south where I live. And when those of you spent much time, I guess, probably anywhere in the States, but for me, it's around March when the oak trees drop so much pollen that everything outside is covered in this sort of acid, sick kind of green. The cars are coated and the sidewalks are coated. And there's just an almost overwhelming sense of green. So I was really trying to work using a lot of green, which is sort of an unusual color for me. I also love drawing with watercolor pencils, drawing wet in a way that gets sort of a line that's fatter and then thinner and becomes fuzzy and unpredictable in the way it works. The next two are.
Wait, I just have to say how much I love those two paintings, and I love the acid green, and that you described that's from the pollen, and also just exactly like you're saying, those soft transitions are so beautiful, and then just those beautiful, snaky, soft lines, just gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do the lines as well as you do.
Thank you. The next two are a little different, but they're still thinking about this watery stuff. I went to a big birthday, and I went to Barcelona with my husband for 8 or 9 days this year. And I collected all sort of things while I was there, bags and maps and little drawings that I made in a sketchbook of architectural details. And I wanted to use those things and kind of commemorating and putting together sort of souvenirs of the trip for myself. So these paintings are 18 inches square. They're mixed media, mostly acrylic painting, but you'll see there are pieces of, a bag from a soccer game, a purchase we made at the soccer stadium, maps of street maps, some drawings of tile shapes, and drawing of the form of a gate in a Gaudi architecture building. And then all the hexagonals are referenced street tiles that are inserted in an area of Barcelona called Example. So for me, these are about memory and about kind of commemorating a trip. They also, you'll see, if you look in the blue areas, I'm working a lot with water and trying to evoke that sense of landscape next to water. So those were kind of fun to do. There's one more that I wanted to show, and it is not titled. It's the biggest piece of all of these. It's 24 by 24 inches. It's kind of similar to the first two that I showed, but here I was really intrigued by the blues that I had used in those two images about Barcelona. Again, working really wet. I loved the way that I could get the colors in the blue background to merge together. I think I counted 5 or 6 different colors of blue, as well as a little bit of orange that are in that upper part of the background. And by using a spray bottle around the edge where I placed a lighter blue next to a darker blue, and then tilting up the panel to allow the colors to run together, I got what I find a very watery and interesting to look at effect. There are a lot of layers here that you can see, drawings and things underneath, and drips underneath various layers of the lighter tones at the bottom. And again, all that kind of crazy drawing that I just adore the way the pencils work when they're wet, and become incredibly unpredictable and, in my mind, really interesting to look at. So I think
Carolyn
all of
says
these
it
are
looks like a storm.
explorations. Yeah, yeah. They're all kind of explorations, and I'm continuing to try and work with this wet paint. Last week I've been struggling with a 40 by 40 inch one that I have not yet gotten it to do what I want it to do, but it's fun to play with the materials and really try and you know, see how they work when you try different things on a painting. Okay, thanks for letting me share.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.